Here we have the even G2 smart glasses, the upgraded next generation model that elevates everyday display eyewear to a whole new level. Designed to look like premium optical glasses, the even G2 integrates an AI-powered 3D floating display for effortless access to information, navigation, translation, and communication. Crafted from lightweight titanium and magnesium, the frames are 53% thinner than the previous model, offering superior comfort for all-day wear. The advanced even HAO 2.0 optical system utilizes micro LED projectors and waveguide lenses to deliver a larger, sharper, and more stable image, while intuitive voice and touch controls make interaction seamless. When paired with the even R1 smart ring, user can discreetly control features, track health, and stay connected through tri-sync connectivity. With 2 days of battery life, IP67 durability, and a luxurious minimalistic design, the even G2 redefines what smart eyewear can be, combining clarity, intelligence, and everyday comfort. So I'm really excited to dive into unboxing and see how it compares to the even G1, which I bought a while ago. So let's get started, shall we? So here it goes. Okay, so let's open up the box correctly. There is the everyday display smart glasses, it says here. If we scroll down, this is the main box of G2 from Even Realities. So let's get rid of the main box. Very eco-friendly, high quality boxing, isn't it? Really nice image there if you zoom right in. Nice mesh dot pattern, and if we focus on the center, it says enjoy undisturbed connections now. Okay, so if we take this out, it's similar to the G1, by the way. So this is the leaflet card signed by the CEO, isn't it? And also a quick guide booklet, should we say, or leaflet. Next one, if we take out the lid, here we have it, folks. The ever anticipated even G2 model is in here. So if we nice ASMR. Okay, look at that. So that is very similar to the G1 and G2. So before we get into the actual G2 unit, let's open up the rest. So that's what's indicating download QR code, the app, and accessories underneath as well. So wow, look at that. So we've got a nice cloth to clean your lenses. It's a nice pattern here. Nice. And also safety and warranty information. So if we go for the accessories, take it out. Oh, look at that. So we got nose silicone cushioning, obviously a spare. And this is very interesting. We got the L and an R for ear side of the cushioning as well, isn't it? And lastly, and only, the USB-C to a USB-C cloth filling high quality cable as well. So if we were to open this up, here it is, folks, the G2 model. Yes, definitely I can feel it's much lighter than the G1 model that I have. So you can see the screen is actually here and there, very smart, and that's the thickness of the actual main frame as well. And that's the sideways even logo here. Really nice quality, thin as well. And that's the left hand side back. And if we actually go to the other side as well, that's how it looks like all the way to the back. And on the rear point of view, you can see the line going here, and it's just a seamless design, isn't it? You cannot see any screws whatsoever. And as you would notice, there's a microphone hole here and another one here as well. And the actual movement, look at that. That's just beautiful, isn't it? Again, this way and that way. So if you were to compare with even G1, you'll be able to see immediately the thickness of the line here side by side. It's much thinner and stronger, so that means it's going to be lighter as well. So if you see the actual bit where it folds the joint of the frame, it's slightly thinner and smaller as well. So if we were to put it one by one, can you see that? It is smaller and smarter. This is the G2 model, by the way. And the actual front side of it, I cannot see any slimness of the frame in my own eyes. They seem very similar, but apparently the lens is much thinner as well. And on the display, they seem to be similar, but again, the actual screen itself is smaller as well and more compact and smarter. So this is the G1 and G2. So you can see that this is slightly bigger and more sort of simplified as well. I do actually prefer this one. It looks more effective. Yeah, so if you look at the back side of both G1 and G2, the G2 lens is much thinner. You can see it because of the remaining of the frame. This one is larger, the frame itself, the lining, than the G1. And there seems to be like a very interesting ring around it, but definitely is thinner. So I don't know whether you can see it from the camera lens point of view, but clearly on a human eye point of view, the G2 has more clearer. It seems to have a brighter edging to the screen than the G1 and is actually more compact. So that's the front side of the view, and as you can see, the joint here is very similar, but again, the G2 is more smart and compact. Okay, this looks a bit thicker, but then again, these two are just different design, isn't it? So if you compare the G1 and G2 case, the G2 actually has this wireless pin sticking out on both ends, okay? Not on G1. So in other words, you can't charge your G2 unit on a G1 case and vice versa for G1 to G2 case. So this G2 unit, the battery itself could last up to 2 days without any charge, and the actual case could fully charge your G2 7 times fully. So let's open up the R1. Very cool. Look at that. Same as the G2, slide it out. That's beautiful. Really shiny. Lord of the Rings. Same as the G2 unit, we got the mesh ring design with the even logo on it. So I think you have to pull this out. I really don't want to do that. So that's the ring. Quite large, but perfect for my index finger. So if we open this one up, nice, look at that. That's the wireless charging part, isn't it? If we take this one out and pull it out, is a quick guide how to use it, QR code, and also safety and warranty information. And finally, if we spiral this out, and then that's how it looks like, okay? So it's really light, strong and smooth smart ring that contains LED beam that measures your heart rate. The thermometer measures your skin temperature, and accelerometer counts your step as well. So once you plug it in, the LED light will come on this bit here, letting you know that it's properly connected. And to charge it, you just need to make sure the logo is in the right place and put it here. And a light should come on very briefly to let you know that it is charging. Okay, so once charged, this could last up to 7 days, a whole week. So here's the main page of Even Reality G2 and R1 app. And as you can see, there's not huge amount of difference on the arrangement, but color-wise is a contrast. So you would remember that G1 had a bit of a dark gray or almost black sort of background, but this one is white with a bit grayer sort of kind of tone. But anyhow, this is the same thing as G1. You can actually adjust the brightness of the screen, okay? And then you can actually readjust the position as well, near, mid, and far. And you can also position the height as well. So the next one is the Even G2 and R1. So if you click on it, if you slide it, that's how it's shown, okay? For G2, we got glasses information, brightness, display setting, and this is the upgrade version. And I really like this upgrade, which is that you can actually do a head-up trigger dashboard, just like the Even G1. But if you don't like it, you can switch it off. Why? Because now you got the R1. So by clicking here, you can actually turn it on, which I find it far more convenient, and it makes a lot of sense how they came up with this idea. So you can see that I turn it off, and wear detection, you can actually turn it on so that it will beep a bit to let you know that it's detecting that you're wearing the smart glasses. Now the advanced option is obviously to disconnect, unpair, or reset, and so on. So if you slide it on the right, we got the even ring. So if you click on ring information, that's all the things. And advanced option, you can either disconnect or unpair. And lastly, on the my device settings, if you click on here, you'll be able to see that there's two showing that they're connected. If you want to disconnect it, you just click on that and you can remove it from your account by pressing this. Now the next one is interface. So if you click on that, you can do calendar settings. So you can choose all of that. Stock settings, you can add particular stocks that you want to add to. New settings, you can go for different language settings. Here we got English, German, French, Spanish, and Italian. And you can actually go for the source as well, adding source and categories as well. All arts, entertainment, business, environment, health, politics. And on the notification, if you click on that, you can turn on the notification and you could auto display it. And display time, you could also set it up for 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or 20 seconds as well. Okay, and these are the apps that you can actually choose to pop up basically for the notification. They're pretty much all of your apps actually. It goes on and on and on, doesn't it? So the next one is Teleprompt. So this is an example of how it can be displayed, which we will try later on. And the next is Translate. Okay, so this one is amazing. I had a quick go on it. Now I actually set it up on Korean to English using the Azure, but what I would do is personally recommend multi-languages to whatever language that you want to speak to. And this is going to be used the Sonoix, okay, and it's really good. And we got the Navigate, which is phenomenally much better than the G1 that I'm going to show you later on. And Conversate basically is like having a live subtitle while you're having a conversation with that person and so on. That's really good. And it's going to use the AI to sort of summarize it for you as well, which is really good. Quicklist basically is to add tasks or tap on the actual G2 to be able to, or to the ring to actually record lists to do, which is very productive base, and even AI as well. So this will actually keep all the records of your conversation, and you can actually call it by saying even, hey, even, and so on. Now, this is the big upgrade, which is that there's no menu on this part on the even G1, but on the G2, if you click on it, this is the summary of your health, steps, calories, sleep, skin temperature, heart rate, HRV, and SpO2 as well. And if you click on the right hand side top, you can add your birthday, gender, height, weight, and unit of measure from metric to imperial as well. And last and only, if you click on this, this is pretty much your profile that you register on the even realities. Now to the actual screen projection itself, I do not need to tilt my head. All I need to is just press the R1, and here we have it, folks. It's just beautiful. Now the screen size is amazing. Though the screen projected size on G1 seems to be much bigger, and the G2 smaller and more confined and sharp, you can see that the actual projected result of G2 is twice height of G1. Okay, in other words, like, yeah, so you feel like there's another bit added right below to the actual shape of G1. Now the other amazing thing about the G2 is that if you actually press hold onto the actual R1, or actually onto the back, you get this another pop-up screen on the left hand side, and it's a two different sort of surface. Okay, the actual pop-up feels much closer to you, while as the background, the original background is sort of sunk in. And it's just amazing how they managed to do this, and it actually makes your eye focus onto the actual main pop-up. So to start with, on the pop-up, we got the notification, even AI, dashboard, teleprompt, translate, navigate, and conversate. Now if you want to go back to the main screen, you just tap it lightly twice, and you'll be able to see on the top left we got the date, time, and also the battery life and the temperature, weather, and notification bell. And on the right hand side of the screen, we got the news, symbols, calendar, also the AI by saying hey even, so you can ask task or any other sorts. And lastly, we got health, so it shows the step, calories, heart rates, and so on. So the main operating side of the R1 you just need to remember is if you press it long, you get a pop-up screen, which is very easy to use again. And if you want to come off it, you just tap it twice, or anything you want to come off after you click on something, you just need to quickly tap it twice. And all you need to do for the rest is scroll up and down. Now, somehow, if you decided not to get the R1, which you're going to hugely regret it, but still, you can operate the same way as without the R1, which is by clicking here, and you'll be able to see the main screen. And if you long press it, again, the main pop-out screen comes out, and also come off it, you just need to double click on it. And if you scroll forward and backward, that's how you actually scroll it, the way how you use it on the ring as well. Now, moving back to the G1 smart glasses, yep, you can actually feel the weight slightly heavier, but if you actually look straight, there's no display whatsoever. The only way to trigger it is by tilting your head up. Now, you can actually set up which angle to actually start this whole display thing. If you want to lower it, by all means. But what you're limited to is that you got a fixed screen. You can't really move things around even though you press it and so on. So what we got here is the date, time, calendar, weather, temperature, notification. And for me, I actually set it up for showing the map where I am, which could be quite useful, but you can actually have news and so on. But this could only be done by, again, using your app, but not controllable or anything by using this sensor here. So if you're in the middle of public and doing this and sort of gesture like that, I'm sure a lot of people are going to look down on you saying, oh, here's another geek. But for the G2, the great advantage is R1. No one will notice. All you need to do is press this ring and operate it, and you're all good to go. And once you get used to the G2 display and go back to G1, it's just amazing. It's just a strip and it feels really outdated. Your brain easily get used to G2 and easily get bored with G1. So I can guarantee you it's a huge upgrade and you will appreciate what even reality has done with all the functionality. Now, moving back to G2 again, it's much lighter, very comfortable indeed. So let's start with the teleprompt, shall we? So if we click on it now, it's loading the file list. Now on the settings for the teleprompt, you can actually go for auto, manual, AI. I would actually go for AI on this one. Countdown, I wouldn't put any, but you could go for 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 0, and remote control on and off by using the actual R1. So let's actually just do AI, 0 seconds off, confirm. Okay, so here it goes. Welcome to Even Realities. To most people, what you're holding might look like just a pair of glasses, but when you put them on, you unleash a quietly extraordinary power that fuels your life every single day. So as you can see, I haven't actually pronounced the extraordinary power and it's stopped. It's not actually progressing so far. And then it's moving after reading it. So unless I don't read it, it won't move forward. Okay, so let's start with at Even Realities. We believe technology should stay in the background, improving your day without interrupting it, helping you feel more prepared and more present. From your first meeting to your evening commute home, even G2 quietly blends into your world while expanding what's possible. So that's just amazing how the AI is automatically detecting your words and it will scroll up and down. So this is really good. Now this time on the translation side of even G2, they have decided not to put a limitation on minutes, which is a fantastic move. I'm very happy with this. 안녕하세요. 저의 이름은 로버트 리뷰 테크입니다. 만나서 반갑습니다. That's very well translated actually. And as you can see, because I'm speaking in English, it's not translating. That's even amazing. Now what I'm going to say is 저의 채널을 구독해 주시고 자주 방문해 주시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다. So it actually does say, please subscribe to my channel. That's what I just said. Visit my channel often. Thank you very much. So this is really good. So it's not limited to Korean, but you could use so many different languages, as you can see. Now, the navigation for G2 is a huge upgrade. On the left-hand side, you can see the time, and the mode is walking mode. You got the distance and the minutes remaining. And on the left-hand side bottom, we got how many meters to walk before the next junction of direction, and actually gives you a short description on what you need to do for the next direction. On the right-hand side bottom, we got a small map, which is far more useful than the previous G1 display. So you got these 4 units of surrounding elements while you're walking straight. And the good thing about this one is that it's much more efficient, bigger screen, and it's very bright as well. So let's say, unless you're in a very sunny day, you'll be able to see pretty much everything that is around you of all this display. And if it's kind of not satisfactory, then you can also sort of tilt your head here and there. It's not a big problem at all. You can easily use the navigation. Now, another upgrade regards to the navigation side is that unlike the G1 where you have to tilt your head up to be able to see the whole screen of the map, you just need to click on your R1 and then suddenly it will switch into the road with the actual path highlighted in a thicker green line. So it's much better interactive, and it makes a lot of sense why they have introduced R1 for this, other than you have to physically do this all the time to check on the major map. Next one could be probably one of my favorite, which is the Conversate function. So before we get into this, if you click on the right hand side top of the app, you got the voice input of either even G2 or your phone. You can actually change the language settings to English, which could go for several different languages that I'm showing you here on the actual other screen. You could do the live AI summary and cues, live transcription, which is both turned on, and AI cues frequency as well. So let's press start. So the first thing what you can see on the screen is the conversation logo appearing, and then the actual Conversate or the subtitle appearing on the bottom-ish left-hand side of the screen as well. So you can actually have a conversation with other person, and perhaps you can actually listen to that person. So for example, like me, I would actually miss out a few words or the points that that person would have made. And if I miss that out, when even G2 actually have captured those wording, I'll be able to go back to the actual app to see the summary or even the script of what this person have said. So this can be very useful for a person like myself. Now, one of the most fascinating thing about this AI Conversate function is that AI will actually monitor in the background of what you're actually dialoguing with. And if AI thinks that you might need a further sort of information, implication on the conversation, suddenly you get a pop-up saying that, what is this? What is that? And I just thought that was just fascinating. It's like, wow, okay. So AI is trying to teach you with further information so you can enhance the level of your conversation and your knowledge as well in the live transcript. That's just amazing. Now on the quick list, you can either use your smartphone to write things down so that your even G2 can portray those lists to do, or you can actually use your R1 to trigger your main screen and scroll down to the 4th one and click on it, and actually says, hey even, note down, and then you say the task that you want to do. Hey even, note down dishwashing at 8 p.m. tonight. Okay, so you can see that there's a dishwashing today at 8 p.m. on the actual even G2 screen. Now I have to give a bit of a credit on G1 compared to G2 regards to quick note, because it seems G1 is much more simpler because it is less intelligent than G2. So all you need to do for Quicklist is lift your head up, and then you can see the screen, and you just press the button, and then you can say, I want to do dishwashing at 8 p.m. tonight. And then you release it, and you're going to see a screen saying noted, and you actually get that new note saved rather, and it's going to be saved in your list to do. So let's explore the AI knowledge side of Even Reality, shall we? So, hey Even, how are you feeling today? Tomorrow's weather. What's 3 times 4 divided by 3? What's 3,422 divided by 21? Very good. So it's like having a conversation with a real person. That's very good. Without any sound. So it's very quiet. So comparing to even G1, G2 is a massive jump, definitely, because though it appears to be a tinier screen, it has a larger display result on your eyes when you actually wear it, and you can actually customize it, interact it by using the introduction of the R1 ring. And it's actually really good on many aspects, almost every aspect, other than the fact for personally with me, I actually like the way how G1 you can actually easily record the notes. It seems to be slightly more effort required for the G2 comparing to the G1, but this again, you will really appreciate the display side and also the clarity of the display, navigation, the actual AI involving with your Conversate function as well. And even though I'm actually using my mobile phone data, what I just shown you shows that it's just a very quick response as well. In other words, it's very practical indeed. So I have to say, if you are a G1 user, you would really feel it's a big jump for using G2, and you would appreciate how much effort Even Reality has put into. Now, if you don't own any smart glasses, I have to say this is the most practical smart glasses that you're going to use. I know some people are going to say, why isn't there any camera? But why do you need a camera? Because you actually have your smartphone. If you want to record videos, you can use your smartphone. These are something that are essence of a practical side of what you need. Navigation, you don't need to look at your phone all the time. It's there on your screen. For the conversation of the AI is already there. And also with the Conversate, which is like a subtitle in real life, just like how you watch the movie as well. So it's really one of the most practical and one of the most something that you will blend into your life that probably you cannot live without it kind of stage of smart glass realm that we're actually living in at the moment. So I hope this video showed you how good Even Reality G2 is. But if you have any queries, please do comment below. And thank you very much for watching this video. This is Robot Review Tech. All the best. Bye-bye.